Good morning. Welcome to Tired and Inspired, where I am feeling both at the moment. It is nice and early, and I tend to be an early riser, although the older I've gotten, the harder that is, especially if I get out of it in any way, shape, or form, like on the weekends. So I try not to sleep too much longer than my normal waking time on the weekends. And that's just an aside. If you do that, you may want to, as you get on your eating plan and routine, remember this is something you're going to do for life, is that you would get up, eat, and go back to bed versus versus sleep later and then get up and sort of miss that first meal. It's just a suggestion to keep your blood sugar square or straight and your insulin response and all that good stuff. Because again, remember, anything that triggers insulin can store fat. So it's not that insulin is bad, but an excess of insulin can create some of the constant excess insulin can create cravings and store fat and do some of the yucky stuff that we see. Get us out of first balance, then shape, and then of course push us potentially into a type 2 diabetes situation. But I guess this morning I was thinking about when I got up that, one, I didn't feel like getting up, but you do it anyway and you start sort of working through the things, that you may not feel like doing some of the stuff that you want to do, but, you learn to do it anyway. And that's truly going to demarcate or differentiate someone who's successful and someone who is not as successful with the outcomes. Because someone who is successful, it's not that they're smarter, and it's certainly not that they know more, although they may be able to apply that information, if they know more. But really, the person who tends to get what they want out of life is the person who's disciplined to do it, regardless of how they feel. So that's your little lesson this morning, that it's determining that the ultimate outcome that you so desire is worth the effort that you put in to get what you want. It's worth getting up early. It's worth the investment of the gym membership. It's worth foregoing a glass of wine periodically, say, if that's one of the things that sort of in your core that you need to do to get more fit. I wouldn't give the wine up altogether, as long as you're honestly not an alcoholic, then that's between you and the Lord. But certainly red wine has multiple benefits. And same thing with coffee. I'm doing a 21-day coffee fast, not because I feel unhealthy. I just feel like it's something I'm supposed to do. I love coffee. I adore coffee in the morning, and I am on day 3 without coffee. And for me, it's just a releasing of anything physical that you become really reliant on, if that makes any sense. So I think that anything you become too attached to physically, if you don't have it and you have your little adult temper tantrum, then you may want to practice giving that thing up and being an adult about it is really, I think, what's an important discipline. So that's where I am, and I hope you have an amazing day. And I hope you found any of that helpful or applicable. Don't you love that word? Not applicable, but applicable to what your situation is. And there goes my alarm. We're going to turn it off. So you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.